Hello and welcome back to part 9 of our residential how-to course. So now I am going to do plumbing to show the existing lines on our drawing. For this I'm only going to do lines. I'm not going to model the individual plumbing sections. There is additional videos on my channel to show you how to do that. Since we are not touching the plumbing, we can just indicate a line. So we have a manhole here, and I am going to just place the detail family we have created in our other videos. So I'm going to place this here, and I am going to drag it to here, and I'm going to drag it to there. So that is mainly where our existing main sewer line is currently at. So I'm going to change my increments. Let's make it 2 meters to see our spacing on the C. So let's change our text to main sewer. Okay, there we go. So this can be, let's make it 5 meters. There we go. So I'm just going to go edit this family. Go into the text. And edit that as well. So I want to extend this a bit. Load it back into our family. Finish. And let's load this into our project, just so we can get a clear line for our text. So now that we have that in, I am going to remove this existing line. That was our placeholders. Let's see if we could just change this a bit. Let's go RO for rotate. I'm going to use the place function. I want to place it, let's place it there. And I'm going to click right about here so that we can put it on that line. There we go. Okay, so we have a red line currently. I want to go and edit that. Let's load the project. I think there was, if I remember correctly, we have settings for this. So that is our sewer line. And that looks quite well. So I'm just going to copy this group to indicate our flow. And I'm just going to add text here that says manhole. Keep in mind you can model each and every instance, but since we are not touching it on this project, I am keeping it as line tools. I'm going to use a medium line for our manhole indication over here. Let's just place that there. I'm just going to duplicate this text, and I'm going to make it transparent, just so that it sits like that. Okay, so there we have our sewer line. As you can see, we have firewall, water, cold water. So we will need to go and create additional sewer line, or we can use this one as well. So I am going to click on this and go edit type, duplicate, and call this. Let's call this the wastewater line, and go OK. Okay, I want to change this back to the detail line. I'm going to go create similar, and I'm going to put this one over there. And I'm just going to make this shorter. Let's make this 500. Yes, it is quite long, but we are going to adjust it. So now once again, I'm going to rotate it just to try and match this existing line we currently have. So I'm just going to extend it to that point, extend it back to here, and let's change our text to existing drainage. And I'm going to change our increment. Let's make it 2500 to see what it looks like. Okay, that's fine. Let's maybe make it 3 meters. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So I take this. There we go. And I'm going to move my line onto the other line. There we go. And now I'm just going to copy this line. Let's put it there. And I'm going to rotate this in the direction of this, like so. And let's just drag this one closer so that this doesn't clash too much with this line. And this one we can bring from here right about to our manhole, like so. But let's rotate this again, just so that we can have a nice alignment to our manhole. There we go. I'm just going to switch off my thin lines to assess my line thicknesses. Existing drainage, okay, so now I'm going to go DL, see if I have something. There we go. And from here I'm just going to add a line. But I'm going to go check my line weight on this line so we can match that with this one. So let's go to manage, additional settings, line styles, and open up your pencil case. So we have a 5 line weight on it. Now I'm going to go edit my family again, and I'm just going to make sure, which one's this, firewall, red, and I'm just going to press tab and shuffle through. There we have our existing sewer. So I'm going to go manage, object styles, and existing sewer needs a 5 line weight. There we go. And I'm going to load and close. Now I don't want to save this at this stage. And there it should have updated. And I'm just going to go and say that this is a existing gully. Like so. That's fine. We have that in now. Now I'm just going to go and let's check where our other details are. I'm gonna go and see, put that on quickly so that we can add a note of a bridging detail. Just quickly see on my other site plan. There it is. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my site plan. Let's just hide this again. There we have our existing drainage. I'm going to move this back. And let's just adjust that one so we don't have a text clash over there. And I'm going to create a legend. Let's go legends, just right click on it, new legend. I'm going to call this bridging detail. And I'm going to drag and drop this image that I have of a detail for our existing drainage that needs to be under our new wall and foundations. So let's go back to site plan, select our legend. So this is very big at this stage. So it's 1 to 50. Now I'm just going to scale this so that this is also in proportion. So I'm going to select my image, go to my top ribbon, select scale, and I'm going to select right about here, go there. We know this needs to be 995, so I'm going to enter 995. And we could just add this. Just going to move this out the way. Let's align that neatly and bring back in this line. There we have our nice bridging detail. See if we can move this up and maybe place it there. And put this back. Okay, so now we have our main sewer line indicated. So it's going to take out the text there. Existing drainage, and then we have our bridging detail. Let's just add a note here. I'm going to go via text, and I'm going to go and choose, let's choose a big one. Note for drainage. Please refer to bridging detail for existing drainage under new structure. And I'm just going to bring this back in, and I'm going to place it there. So there's a clear note that for this existing drainage, the contractor needs to refer to this detail to ensure that he does not damage the existing drainage. Okay, and we can copy this as well, and I'm just going to place it here, and we can change this text to all existing sanitary fixtures to remain as is, as per previously approved. So I'm going to copy this to my finished floor level, or we can go to our sheet. It's inside of the site plan. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there. Select it again, go to my floor plan, and just add it here, and then adjust it on my sheet. Let's put it up here as well. There we go. Okay, now that we have that, I need to bring in a light switch. I'm going to go load family. Let's go to where's my families. Revit families. And I'm just gonna try and find where my switches is. Switch, triple pole. This is what I want. And in here, I'm gonna go and add my switch. There is a switch over here. And since it's not visible, I need to go and check. Okay, so there is an existing switch over here that connects to a light in the braai and a chandelier over here. But now we need to add lighting in here. So I'm just going to go insert again, load family. Don't think I have any in here, but let's load in. Check for our sockets. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to go architecture component so that I can place my socket over there and one socket here and here. So now I just need to space them. I would like them to be equal. Smooth that out so we can select it easier like this, and let's just hit equal. And let's just maybe move this to the inside. There we go. And now I'm going to go align, select the center of this plug and go to the other one and lock it. And do the same for this one. And select this one and lock it. Okay, so now we have our sockets. And now we just need to add some lights. So I'm going to go switch on my base level so that I can see my ceiling. Okay, so let's add our lighting. I'm going to go and go component, my downlight, and I'm going to select one there. Let's go check where it is. Let's switch off this. Okay, there's two in here now. So this one needs to go to our ceiling. So I'm going to create a section box. Okay, so I just Ethernet. Let's bring this back out again. So I'm going to select my lighting fixture and go pick new host. You are supposed to go to the ceiling, my friend. Let's go there. And let's just go section. Pick host. Let's see what. It's just a normal free family. Okay, move down. Okay, let's put on thin lines. Do you need to be on a 5-degree rotation? Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that like so for now. Seems that this doesn't want to rotate as well. Edit, spot being tilt angle. go 5. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this like that for now and go to my floor plan. See if we can. Okay, so there's our light. We want the top to be attic story. I want to see my little light. If we can see our trusses, then we should be able to see our light. Let's go VG, lighting fixtures. There we go. So I'm going to go LW for line work and also use my overhead, and I'm just going to select that entire thing and press escape. If I go switch this back to none, now I'm able to place this light wherever I want to. So I'm just going to go edit, check, okay, let's see where our wattage is showing. Okay, we'll change that later, but this will most likely change inside as well. So I'm just going to press DI for dimension and space this like so and go equal. So we have an equal amount in here. So I'm just going to go copy and place one over there, 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 and there. So that we have one light in between each of the trusses. And let's switch this back on. And let's go LW again and just select our lights. And I'm going to switch this off again. And let's just add a dimension for our lighting. Okay, let's click equal. Okay, that's a bit not too equal. So this, I want to space it neatly in between the trusses. So I'm going to select. Let's just draw in a small. I can select you there. Why can't I? Wall faces. I'm going to select the center lines of our truss, our rafters. There we go. And continue to the next one. Come on, select it, please. And another one. And another one. And then just this one. Equal, equal, equal. There we go. So I'm just going to change this back to an actual dimension. And this one as well. So there we have our lights with our switch. So now I'm going to go systems. I'm going to select wire. So from here, the wire needs to run to this one. Needs to go in this direction. So I'm going to click. And let's just select the middle. And once again, we want it to go in this direction. So just click to create the arch. And I'm going to get the center. So now I already have this one, and we know everything is spaced equally. So I'm going to copy it. And I'm just going to move this up there. And let me just override this to override by element projection lines. I'm gonna make this an orange color and pattern. Let's do a dash. Let's go with hidden and give it like a 4 weight. There we have our electrical in with our wall plugs. So I'm just gonna select my sockets and change this height to 150. If we go to a section, there is our wall plug. So I like to do my wall plugs nice and high. So let's make this an equal 550. So I'm just going to now make sure the elevation from level, copy that, go back to my floor plan and select the other ones as well. And just paste in my elevation from level. So now they should be nice, all of them on 550. And there we go. Now we have lighting, we have our plumbing indicated, and we have our switch by the braai. So let's go and create another beam. And let's go to finish floor plan. Beam, see if we have any concrete. No, we don't. So just insert, load family, and let's go to our structural. Let's go framing, concrete. I'm just going to select this rectangular beam. So I'm just going to take this beam and I'm going to draw it in from this center. So I'm going to go reference plane, just there, and here. But we can actually just draw it straight through because our lintels will be together here. So yeah, let's just do that. Let's go with a, okay, we'll adjust that as soon as it's drawn in. So I'm going to go, let's just get that center line, draw it into there, go to section. There we have our beam. So we need to change this to a 230 by 90. And let's give this edit work plane. You need to be on conservancy finish floor level. And we're going to give you an offset of 2.1, 2.1. There we go. And we're going to use your bottom so that you flip up. So just to double check this, let's go and cut our wall. Okay, so you need to maybe join it. There we go. Now we have that in our lintel, but we still have the plaster going over the lintel. So I'm going to go back to my section and let's just check. Let's just check if our estimation was correct. So we want pre-stressed, pre-concrete lintels. So we're working on, so there's a 140 by 90. Our wall's going to 230. So we can work with a 110 by 75, I believe. So with this that I'm putting in, we will need to get just an engineer to double check due to the spans that we have. So the increments is 900, and it starts at 900 millimeters and it increases in 30 mil, 300 millimeter increments. So let's go and edit. We will need so there will be 10 mils plastered in a sense by 75. So now this, we need to go edit type, check if it's here or if it's the instance. So I'm going to check my material and just search new because we already have a new concrete material. There we go. Now we have our lintel annotated. We have our ceilings, we have our battens, rafters, gutters. What we can do though is go and create a downpipe. So let's go to our ground floor story, and I'm just gonna go, yeah, elevation might be better. So we're gonna go just click component model in place, and I'm just gonna go and select a generic model for this and call this rainwater pipe. I want to sweep, and I want this path. Let's just choose. Okay, so we just need to draw in a reference plane. I'm going to cancel the model, go to my section, and go architecture, reference plane, and I'm going to choose the middle of my gutter, just like so, and I'm going to call this reference plane RWP as well. Go back to my elevation. Let's go component, model in place, generic model, RWP, sweep, sketch path, and I'm gonna name this to RWP, sorry, and I'm just gonna use the normal line tool from, let's go from here to right about there. So now we can go to our floor plan over here, and I'm going to just go okay. I'm happy with that sweep. Let's go edit profile, and then I'm going to use the circle tool, and I am going to, okay, we want to draw a circle. Okay, I want to see it here. Okay, circle. What do we need to do in 3D now? I'm just going to select my line again. I want to edit the profile. See where this thing is drawing it in. There we go. So I want let's go with a 80 mil diameter. And if we go okay, go to our elevation, there is our downpipe. So I'm just going to go to my other elevation over here just to ensure that we have a correct sizing. So I'm going to go DI. Okay, let's finish off this first. We can still edit it. So I want it from the inside to the inside, and we have 69. So this now needs to go, our diameter needs to be 69. So I'm going to go and remove the section box, and I'm just going to select my downpipe, Go edit in place, select it again, go edit sweep, select it, select profile, edit profile, and we need to change this. I'm going to change this to 34, so we just one more shorter. Go OK, finish model, and if we go here, and there we have a nice little clean look. And now for here, let's add a little spout. So I'm going to edit type again, select my Rainwater Downpipe, edit sweep, and let's select our line, go sketch path, northwest, okay. It's going to go 3D, because we want something that just goes something like that. Like this, but we want it to this side, so we're going to go ground floor, go okay, okay, like this, and I'm just going to finish the model, and let's just rotate it. Okay, I'm just going to align this. Just MV for move, and just like so, elevation, and I'm going to just make my spout a lot smaller. Go okay, okay, and okay. I'm going to check if we can go edit, select it, material. I'm going to make this, check if we have an aluminium. I'm going to use aluminium frame to indicate it as blue, so that we have a blue rainwater downpipe. So now I'm going to go to my elevation again, select it, copy, and I'm just going to copy it to the other side. And there we have our rainwater downpipes. Please remember to save your project. And once you've saved your project, you can now see what we have created. And there you see our little lights. So I assume I've used the wrong lighting family, but for now for this it's okay. You can always go and create a lighting family that is ceiling hosted, and that then will snap to your ceilings. Okay, so let's go see our elevations. So now I just need to go and go schedules, new schedule, electrical equipment. Let's just see what we have by going description. And let's go count. And let's just go type comments to see what we have. Okay, we have nothing there. So I'm going to go back to my floor plan and select this, electrical fixtures. So it's not equipment, and electric lighting fixtures. So let's go back to our schedules, and I'm going to delete my equipment schedule and go right click new schedule again, go electrical fixtures, okay, and I'm going to go type comments, description, and Where's count now? Am I looking past it? Count. Let's go OK. We have this description. Let's go and let's go with a double socket. Let's go builders. So now I am just going to take a screenshot of this and let's just see product description. I'm going to check this and I'm going to go floor plan. So I don't want to change each one individually, so I'm going to go edit family. I'm going to go to my properties, open up my identity data, my description. I'm going to add in our cost on this is 70. I'm going to take the link from what I googled, add the link in. I'm going to call this socket manufacturer builders and then type image. I'm going to go add and I'm going to go to where my screenshots are being saved. And there we go. Okay, apply and okay. I'm going to close this and load it into my project. I don't want to save it this time. So let me go to my elevations and just find my schedule and just drop it in here so we can see. Okay, there is our sockets. So I want this now to be type comments should be hidden. Count, I want totals. Let's go fields again and remember our type image that we've added. And remember we also have a cost. So the type image I want first, description, count, and cost. Let's go cost, calculate totals, and see what are good. And let's go filter again, sorting and grouping. We forgot to switch on our grand totals and we do not want to itemize every instance. There we go. Description is exactly the same. Our type image is also the same. Sorting by type image. Just gonna go see what's happening here now. Okay, so somewhere a socket decided to go against me. Which one are you? Okay, we only have that. Which one's this? It's our light switch. And that is where type comments come in handy. So I'm gonna go filter by type comments equals socket and go OK. And now we only have our socket. I'm gonna remove the blank row. This is change the font to match our other schedules. Okay, my shading background is black. And let's go to our elevations. Here we have our neat little socket schedule. Now we can do the same. Let's search for downlights. And let's go with this one. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to go floor plan, select my light, edit family. I'm going to add type image, delete that one, add. Okay, going to add my URL. I could keep that at lighting. And now our description needs to be Eurolux straight LED, or depending on the one you researched. And the cost of this light is 39 Rand. So I'm going to keep it like so. Manufacturer is Eurolux. And let's see if we have a product code. Yes, we do. For our model number. And let's go. Okay. Close and load. So now I'm going to go back to my schedule. And right click, new schedule. And I'm just going to search lighting fixtures. So once again, we want our type image. We want our description. We want our count. We want our cost. And we want type comments in case there is something else, and we only need to show our downloads. So sorting and grouping, we want totals, we do not want itemized. Type comments needs to be hidden. Cost and count needs to calculate the totals. And our appearance, let's hide the blank row. And there we have our 5 lights. So now I just need to adjust our header. And change our font color. Go OK, shading is black. There we go. And now I'm just going to bring this in here as well. So there we have our lighting fixture schedule as well. So let's see if we can add that maybe to here. Or here. So I'm going to take my electrical fixture. See, okay, so there. And let's put this one over here and just space them roughly the same. There we go. Okay, and remember to delete a reference plane for your downpipes. Okay, and then in the next one we will do our keynotes and annotations to get ready for publishing. Before we close off this video, we just need to hide our electrical data on our site plan. So go VG, it's going to search electrical equipment and electrical fixtures, apply and OK, and there they are hidden. There we go. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic day further.